What's up, everybody? The 901mc back again with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a full top 10 list of our favorite Christmas movies of all time. We took, oh man, almost 50 different Christmas movies, narrowed them down to about 25, then narrowed them down to 10. This is my community, the ZTI, on my Twitch channel. We all decided this would be our favorite top 10 list of our favorite Christmas movies. And we're going to start with number 10. Number 10 is Ernest Saves Christmas. If you don't like Ernest, fuck you. But Ernest is a national treasure. Jim Varney, rest in peace. Not much of a synopsis on IMDb. Ernest helps Santa Claus as he searches for a successor. That's about it. If you've seen an Ernest movie, this is essentially an Ernest movie. Man, it was really good. I remember watching this as a kid and watched it several times. I think I had it taped on an old VHS, like not the real VHS, just it taped. So eventually it just wore out to nothing. But old Jim Varney, man. Gotta love Jim Varney. Of course, you know, everybody that's always in the Ernest movie. Ernest Saves Christmas came in at number 10. I'm glad it snuck in the top 10 list because it is a childhood favorite of mine. Love it dearly. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I don't know if it's on a streaming channel or not. I couldn't find it on any streaming channels. But if you know if it's on a streaming channel, let us know in the comments. But old Ernest P. Worrell, you gotta love him, man. But that is number 10. Number 9, another favorite of mine. My fiance hates it, and it's a national treasure as well. Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Christmas movie, and he's trying to find Turbo Man. He's trying to find Turbo Man, and or as his nemesis in the movie Sinbad says, Turtle Man. Yeah, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Also has the late great Phil Hartman in it, being as Phil Hartman as he possibly can. The synopsis says a father vows to get his son a Turbo Man action figure for Christmas. However, every store is sold out. He must travel all over town, compete with everyone else in order to find one. This movie is awesome. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Comes in at number 9. I'm glad it is in the top 10. I think you could have swapped, 10 and 9 though. Ernest in this one, either way. But I love this movie. This movie's awesome. I watched it recently with our daughter, and she loved it. There you go. She liked it. That's number 9. Another favorite of mine as well. I think it should have been ranked higher, but since it's an adult movie, I think that's kind of knocked it. Is Bad Santa? Yes, Bad Santa coming in at number 8. Billy Bob Thornton. Lot of late actors in this one, as you got Bernie Mac and John Ritter. Both of them now gone. But yeah, Bad Santa, the synopsis says a miserable con man and his partner poses Santa and his little helper to rob department stores on Christmas Eve, but they run into a problem when the con man befriends a troubled kid. Yep, old Thurman Merman, the little fat kid himself. Also, Lauren Graham from Gilmore Girls is in this, and she'd be fucking Santa in this. But it's pretty good. I quote this movie a lot, especially during the holidays. If you've not seen Bad Santa, there's actually unrated version called Badder Santa, which has got some pretty funny lines that they didn't put in the. I love this movie so much. It is an adult movie. Do not watch this with your children. A lot of nut shots and fucks and all kinds of stuff in this, but that comes in at number 8. And it is an all-time Christmas classic. And now we'll go back to the family stuff. It's number 7. Number 7 is the one, the only, the original, the first, the Santa Claus, the Tim Allen. There have been many sequels to the Santa Claus, but the first one still holds up today. I watched it recently. It is on Disney Plus, as well as the new series, The Santa Clauses. Check that out. But the Santa Claus is, the synopsis says, when a man inadvertently makes Santa fall off a roof on Christmas Eve, finds himself magically recruited to take his place. Something that Tim Allen did not understand. He's like, where's the other Santa Claus? Apparently, I haven't watched the Santa Clauses yet, but apparently it explains it in that. But an awesome movie as well. Tim Allen, Judge Reinhold, that one guy that's in everything, that plays Bernard the Elf. He is in this as well. But I remember watching this a lot in my younger years, and it's a good movie. And then, like I said, it spawned several I think three sequels. And then the new series, it's got a lot of sequels. Glad that they still brought Tim Allen back. They brought everybody back for the series, but it is a good one. Definitely check it out. That comes in at number 7, is ranked by the ZTI, and at number 6, can't get any better. I'm so surprised. I'll tell you the reason why this wasn't in the top 5 in a second. But number 6, one and the only Will Ferrell classic, Elf. Elf and James Caan. As it says, raised as an oversized elf, Buddy travels from the North Pole to New York City to meet his biological father, Walter Hobbs, who doesn't know he exists. He exists and is in desperate. Sorry, this is a long synopsis. Is desperate need of some Christmas spirit. Yes, Buddy the Elf, Will Ferrell, will forever be Buddy the Elf, and James Caan in this. I miss James Caan acting. Godfather fame. But also Bob Newhart, Zooey Deschanel, lots of people in this movie. Awesome movie. Jon Favreau directed this. The one and the only Jon Favreau. The one and only's in this. But that is a great movie. I know it was one of me and my ex-wife's favorite movies. We watched it so much during the holiday season. But I quote this movie a lot too. If you don't, I mean, there's so many lines. I know, I think the other day somebody said, why are you smiling? I was smiling is my favorite. I quote it all the time. There's also a really cool pop set, you know, like Funko Pops. That's all the Arctic Puffins and all that comes up. There's a lot of cool behind the scenes stuff to this as well about how they shot the New York City scene. They really just took Will Ferrell out in the middle of New York City and let him run around. So that's why he gets some really good reactions. Man, I'd love to see a sequel to Elf. I'm sure it'll happen one day. But Will Ferrell also did Spirited, which was a new Christmas. Check that one out as well. Did not make this. But check it out. Elf comes in at number 6. And at number 5, the top 5. Here we go. There's a reason this is the top 5. So we narrowed this list down from 25 in. And in number 5 and number 6, I asked our daughter what she would put. Said this would be number 5 because she is a huge Grinch fan. And yes, not the animated classic. That was voted out of the list. This is the Jim Carrey classic, year 2000's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, live action Grinch. Once again, starring Jim Carrey and Taylor Momsen. I think that's her name. I can't remember if that's her name, but you know. Chick who sings for the Pretty Deadly now. Like a rock star now. Cindy Lou Who. Yep, that is it. And that is on the outskirts of Whoville lives a green revenge-seeking Grinch who plans to ruin Christmas for all the citizens of the town. Man, I tell you what, I love the original classic. Man, did Jim Carrey not kill it in this movie? And one of the first things our daughter said to me, it is my fiance's daughter, but the first thing she ever said to me was, "You know what the Grinch says?" And I was like, "What?" She was 5 years old at the time. She said, "The Grinch." She screamed it at me. What I got myself into, but she is a huge Grinch fan. I'll have to put it in here. I'm gonna see if I can put it in this video. We recently took her to see the Grinch, and it didn't turn out too well. Hopefully, I can pop a picture up if we can. Not it was a dinosaur. I'm gonna tell you that now. Anyway, that is the top 5 the Grinch live action Grinch of the year 2000 coming in at number 5. And at number 4, we covered this on the channel already, but we decided to make a huge top 10 list. Home Alone. That's right, the original Home Alone. Home Alone 1 with Macaulay Culkin, the Wet Bandits, Joe Pesci, and I can never remember the other guy's name. Jesus, Daniel Stern. That's right. As an 8-year-old troublemaker mistakenly left at home, must defend his home against a pair of burglars on Christmas Eve. Like I said, we covered this on the channel. This actually inspired the whole top 10 list. And it was, I was like, you know what? Instead of making separate ones, we're going to make a huge top 10 list. And this is why we're shooting this video now. And this movie, like I said, yeah, it's a family comedy is what it says. These guys get the shit kicked out of them. Kevin beats the holy hell out of the Wet Bandits. I got the Wet Bandit Pops right here. And they're damaged as well. They got irons on their face and their hair burned. But if you've never seen this, I don't know where you've been. But written by the legendary John Hughes and directed by Chris Columbus, who did like the first 2 Harry Potters and several other things. But yeah, a lot of people don't know this is a John Hughes movie. And it ain't the only one in this list. Hint, hint. Spoilers coming up. But coming in at number 4, that's Home Alone. A great Christmas movie. It is on Disney Plus as well. If you have Disney Plus, watch it. If you haven't watched it already, you're too damn late. Go watch it. But all right, now we're in the top 3. Number 3. I am very ashamed that this is only 3rd on the list because this is something that is near and dear to me and apparently the people at TNT because they show it for 24 hours every year. I'm pretty sure they still do it. If they don't, God, what are they doing? I loved it. It was a Christmas tradition. Coming at number 3 is A Christmas Story. The classic Christmas story. In the 1940s, a young boy named Ralphie Parker attempts to convince his parents, teacher, and Santa Claus that a Red Ryder range 200 shot. That's wrong. It is a Red Ryder range model air rifle 200 shot range model. I don't remember. It's a BB gun. It's the perfect Christmas gift. Actually went down in ratings for a while. I don't know why. This is an awesome movie. A Christmas Story. They show it 24 hours a day. Peter Billingsley, Scott Schwartz, all those people. Scott Schwartz was a porn star for a little while. But that's neither here nor there. Awesome movie with the leg lamp. You know, it's a major award. I won it. I think I've said fragile this Christmas season probably at least 8 times while I was at work. And I always say it must be Italian, and nobody catches it. Damn, you catch my movie references. Anyway, that is number 3, A Christmas Story. Like I said, catch it. I want to say it is on Vudu. I don't think it's actually on these. But if you have HBO Max, the sequel, A Christmas Story Christmas, kind of a spoiler because it's kind of a prequel, is on there, and it is really good as well. It is a very good sequel. I thought it was going to be like one of those just cash grabs. Let's make a sequel to a classic movie. No, it was awesome. Awesome movie. Did not make this top 10 list. It just came out. But we're moving on now to number 2. Number 2, the 1964 classic. And I hate that this is the only one of the old movies that are in this. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yes, the TV movie classic, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And synopsis reads, young reindeer Rudolph lives at the North Pole. His father is one of Santa's reindeers and is expected that Rudolph will eventually be too. However, he has a feature which is a setback, causes him to be ostracized. So, in number 2, we were going back and forth. It was either Rudolph, Red-Nosed Reindeer, or Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And this is the one that made the cut. This one, I do believe, has more iconic characters than Santa Claus is Coming to Town, such as John Cornelius, the Bumble, Sam the Snowman. Lots of different characters. The Charlie in the Box, you know, all the misfit toys. I think this was the right call. As much as I do love Frosty the Snowman and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, even a Charlie Brown Christmas, there was a reason we didn't vote Charlie Brown Christmas in, is because Apple owns it now. We don't really get to watch it. We have Apple Plus. But I love Rudolph. Rudolph is a really good one. You can actually get it in 4K on Vudu, and I have it in 4K on Vudu, and man, it looks like a whole brand new movie. The movie still holds up. It came out in 19. Still holds up. It's awesome that it made all the way up to number 2. And I think it's a right call. What a great movie. It's an awesome movie to still watch with your it'll never get old. I'll watch it every year. That is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation classic. Coming in at number 2. Here we go. Number 1. This was a unanimous number 1. And I believe it was the right call. It is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The number 1 Christmas movie of all time. Christmas Vacation. I don't think you can get any better than Christmas Vacation. I've watched it a million times. I mean, who hasn't watched this? This is a movie that is quoted a million times. I mean, you can literally spill something on the floor and say, "Why is the carpet all wet, Margot?" And somebody will say, or "Why is the carpet all wet, Todd?" And somebody will say, "I don't know, Margot." Like, people will, they quote it all the time. It's a great movie, and just every scene is quotable. I think that's what made it number one in this list. But Chevy Chase, hilarious as ever in this. But you know the synopsis. So Griswold's family plans for a big Christmas predictably turns into a big disaster. I'm feeling like this is what's going on with me this year. Everything we've tried to do has turned into a disaster, aka Dino Grinch. And my dog passed away, and there's like a snowstorm. It's been a complete clusterfuck, just like it was in Christmas Vacation for Clark W. Griswold. But you know, whether you get a Jelly of the Month Club or not, watch this movie. Another John Hughes movie. The man who could knock him out of the park when it comes to Christmas movies. Makes it to the number one on our list, Christmas Vacation. But that's it. That's our top 10 list. I think it's a good top 10 list. If you haven't watched these movies in a while, definitely go back and watch them. You know, it's Christmas. It's going to be Christmas Eve tomorrow. If you're watching this now, maybe it's Christmas Eve, maybe it's Christmas. But just sit down, find all these movies, and just let them play all day. Won't be disappointed, because these are awesome movies. Almost for any time of the year, but especially for this time. But I thank everybody for joining me. Tell me if we got the list right. I want to know if you think there was some snubs that should have been in this list. There's definitely some that I think should have been in this list, but this is what our Twitch followers voted on. Not fair. But let me know if you like these movies that should have been in the list, and what you're going to be watching with. Basically all that in a Christmas story. But yeah. Anyway, I'm the 901mc. Come on back again. We'll have some more movie reviews, trailer reactions. I think we're going to start doing more top 10 lists. And because I had fun doing this. But we'll catch you next time, and Merry Christmas, everyone.